For you, those of you that were in class, the recording didn't work. So this is another recording for the explanation of position registers. Everybody would open up the cell that they used from the last class file, and it should be here at the top. If for whatever reason it doesn't work, you can always start a new cell. You would select next, 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 and finish. And if you remember, you have to type 1 and then enter, and your robot will open. So that's just in case the current robot doesn't open for you. And it's easiest to create motion programs when you have a table. So if for whatever reason your table isn't there, you can right-click fixtures, add fixture, CAD library, table, and we went with the last one. If you also remember, the settings for that were 1200 and then 00 on the other things, and it made that table very reachable. It's currently now on top of the other one. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. I don't need that. But just in case you still need a table, you know now that you can open your Teach Pendant when it's not there. You know that you turn your Teach Pendant on. And sometimes you need to zero your robot out with the current position tab. I like -90 often on the J5. So what is a position register? It is a global position that can be accessed from any motion program within a cell. So this is a cell, and this is one robot within a cell. And it can have many motion programs. We know that we can say select F2 for create and create a motion program, like I did for program 99. And that's what program 99 looks like. I'm going to create another motion program. And you probably already have a few, but just in case you want more or you can't find your motion programs, if I press Shift and Control on my keyboard and I wait for the little silver line, my robot jogs there. Shift point records that. If I move it again, I can record that. And I move it again, and I can record that, which is with Shift point. If I forget Shift, I know that I can just click Previous, then Shift point. And so it's joint at position 3, 100% fine. So I'm thinking about I would like to use a global position, such as a position register. And I would like to program it in this motion program. So the first thing is to go look to see. That's going to be under data. And this is how data looks. Generally, actually, it looks like this. When you first press data, which is a hard key. By the way, if I say menu and enter, that's sort of your home screen. If I say select, those are your motion programs that you've created and we can access. And data gives you information about registers and position registers. I don't want to talk about registers, but position registers is what today is about. That's a PR. So how do I get to my PR and not my R? Well, probably there's just one way, and it's right here. And now I found my position register, 1 through 10. To name it, press Enter. You can name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it Home. When I'm done naming, I press Enter again. If I change my mind, I can press Enter and change the name. And Enter. Okay, so now it's named, but it's not recorded. An important thing before recording it is getting your robot to the home position. An obvious would be 00, -90, 0. But that doesn't mean that has to be home. In your particular industrial shop, home for your robot might be more like right there. And so when you do this project, go ahead and decide what works best and what you like. And 0, 0, 0, -90, 0 would be fine. But I'm going to do something a little different. And then say Shift. You know what? I'm going to forget Shift and say Record. And nothing happens. I really need an R right there. It says press Shift to record. Oh, yeah. Now I have an R. Now I'm going to go to the motion program. As a reminder, I can always go back and look at my data. And I can always go back to my motion program. By the way, edit. So now we've talked about menu, select, data. If I press edit, it takes me back to the last thing I was working on. Okay, how do I now use that PR? I have to get rid of, I'm going to lose one of these program lines. And I'm going to go ahead and do that for now. And you can press your arrows. And you can go through all of the parts of a motion program. So joint, and we'll talk about that one day. We'll choice for potentially linear or circular, but not today. Previous. We don't want to change the speed because we could choice that. We don't want to change the fine because we could choice that. But I do want to change the position. So I'll F4 choice that. Today, the lesson's about position registers, PR. Now, if I type the number 1, there it is. Then I press play. My robot will go from position 1, 2, 3, 4, home. So now I'm going to prove to you that I can go to other motion programs. And I could come into here and F4 for choice. Make sure to choose PR. And number 1, and my robot would run sub 99, which is a different motion program that we just ran. Then it would go home. I just want you to also know that you could use any one of these 10 position registers, press enter. You can name it what you want. Common names are maintenance, home, sharpen, clean. These are reasons why you might need. So maybe maintenance is done like that. When it's on maintenance, it's down and over here. So name it, jog your robot, and then record. So that's position register 5. Now I'm going to go to select, find a motion program. I created one called blue red. And I'm going to delete this program line. Don't worry about this part. You don't know how to do this yet. Now, if I jog my robot and I record some motion program spots, if I really like this motion program and I don't want to get rid of one of my spots, I'll record an extra one. So I have 5 and 6 are see that sign at the same position. And I did that on purpose because I need one of those. To be able to access the position register, I simply go over to the P and then F4 for choice. Position register, I'm going to try 5. Press play, and my robot goes to the maintenance position last.